Hi guys, welcome to another tutorial on IT.tutorials. I'm Josef Bodnar. In this Java video tutorial I'm going to talk about scanner class. We can use this scanner class to create an object which is able, using the class system.in, to read the data entered from keyboard by user in console. So let's make an example, and I think in this way you will understand better how this works. So go on File, New, Project, Next, click this and click again on Next button. Here write the name of your project. I'm gonna write scanner input, yeah, and finish this window. Here you go. Here is our code. So let's shrink this and let's write here a comment to the beginning of this code, because if you remember, or if you watched my Java series of tutorials, I talked about comments. So let's use a javadoc comment. Type slash and after 2 stars enter, and as you can see, IntelliJ automatically added the end of this kind of comment, and this star here meaning there you can start to write your comment. So this application is done by Josef Bodnar. Dot enter, and when after I pressed the enter key, IntelliJ added automatically another star, and all the time after I will press the enter key, the IntelliJ IDE will add another star, which means you can write another line comment. Yeah, the application demonstrates how the scanner class is able to read and the data from console entered by user. Alright, so that's all. So let's start our application. I'm going to declare two integer variable first. I'm going to show you the classic way to declare and initialize with values variables, and after I'm going to use the scanner class to be able to make the difference of using the classic way and to use the scanner class. Okay, so I'm going to name this integer init variable number 1, and I'm going to initialize this variable with 40 for example, and another variable, again the type is integer init, the name number 2, initialized by 60, yeah, semicolon, and here I'm gonna to declare another variable, let it be sum, which will make the addition between these two number 1 and number 2, yeah, semicolon, and we have to use this system class together with the out function and print line method to display in console something, or to display in console the result of this application. This is called this kind of declaration output console device. Yeah. So let's write here the sum or the total. Let's write sum. The sum is, and here I'm going to write plus and the sum variable, which will store the addition between these two numbers, these two whole numbers. Yeah. All right. So let's run this application. Here you go. Here is the result. The sum is 100, which is obviously. Now, if I want to change the value of a certain variable in this application, I have to go inside the source code and change effectively the value. Like here, if I want to change the value which this variable is assigned, I have to go on the code line like 12, and I'm gonna to write here like 250. Yeah, and let's execute again this app, and this is the result. Yeah, the sum is 290. So this is not a very efficient way to code. There is another way, more efficient, to code in this stage. I mean, after we passed over the integer variables, the whole number variables. Yeah. So I'm going to make these changes here. I'm going to remove these values. Yeah. All right. And here I'm going to write again this system dot out function and print line to display in console a text, enter two whole numbers with a space. Yeah, to be a space between them. All right, and here semicolon, and on this line I'm going to use this scanner class backspace, and now I received the error. Yeah, because the IntelliJ asked me if I want to import a library to be able to use the scanner class inside my code. So and here is the suggestion. I can use this Alt Enter keys. Yeah, press first Alt and after Enter. Here you go. Now as you can see, the error disappeared because here IntelliJ made automatically the import of this class, of this library of classes, which will give us the opportunity to use this class scanner. There is another method to do so, so you just let me to remove this, and I want to show you another method, and you will use which one is suitable for you. Yeah, you just click with the right mouse and go on this show context actions, click on it, and click on import class, and here you go. After the library of classes is imported, which will give you the opportunity to use this class scanner. Okay, write the name of your object. In my case, I'm going to write input. You can write another name, up to you. New keyword, scanner. And here inside the parentheses, I'm going to write the system dot in class, which is necessary in order to this object to be able to read the data from the keyboard in console. Yeah. Okay. Now I should initialize order to assign with values these two variables using the console. How I'm going to do that? So here I'm going to use first integer variable number 1 equal with the object dot, and the object is going to use this method, yeah, next init, because the type of the variable is init integer. If here would be byte, I would have used this next byte. If here it is double, you have to use next double, and so on. As I told you, because my variables have this type init, I have to use this method next init, yeah, and semicolon. Okay, here number 2, the next variable, and I'm going to write the same thing here, yeah, next init method. All right, actually the object together with this method will read the value from the keyboard entered by user, and will assign these two variables with those values, and these variables will hold those numbers, which are going to be used inside this expression to make this addition operation, which will be held by this variable sum. And using this statement here, we display in console the result of this addition held by this variable sum. All right, so let's execute this application and let's see how this works. So here is our text in console. Enter two whole numbers. Yeah, here is a mistake. It should be here numbers. Now that's it. All right, with a space. Yeah, it is about this declaration here. And I'm going to click here inside the console, and I'm going to write, for example, 450. Now it goes down here with the space because I use print line. It would be a better idea to use here print, but now I'm going to leave it like that. And here, for example, 345, and press enter, and here you go. Here is the result. The sum is 795. Yeah. So let's make the changes. I'm going to remove this ln. All right, and you can play now. You can do this in different way if you want. Actually, I suggest you to play a lot when you program, because this is the beauty of programming. Playing all the time, changing, playing in this way, you will learn to program. You will love to code. Yeah, because this is the beauty of programming, to playing, to changing, to enjoy it. Yeah, so I can I can make this in this way. I'm gonna to copy and paste it in here. Okay, I'm gonna to make the changes here. Enter the first whole number. I don't need this with a space anymore. Yeah. All right. Enter the second whole number. Yeah. I'm going to remove this because I don't need it anymore. Yeah. All right. Here you go, and let's run again this application. Now let's enter the first number. Let it be 1234. Enter. Now I'm going to write another number like 567. Enter. And here you go. Here is the result. The sum is 1801. So this is another way to make this application. So always you change, always we try. This is the beauty of programming, in my opinion. This is the first our application after I have done about 13 or 14 tutorials, and after I finish the integer data type, I'm going to make more examples for this part. I mean, integer data type and its variables. I think this is a good way to learn to code, to make examples, yeah, and try change, because this is the beauty of programming, and enjoy it. Now you can see here the numbers was entered on the same line as the text is, because I have used this method print and not print line. Yeah, you can see you don't need to make changes inside the code. Yeah, because you can write any numbers what you want in console, so you don't need to go inside the code and make the changes. Yeah, you can write here any number what you want, yeah, enter, and it's not needed to go inside the code and always do the changes for certain variables. So thank you for watching this video tutorial. See you next time. I'm waiting for you to watch my other video tutorials. Bye bye. Have a lovely day.